Hello everyone and welcome to My Europe, a new project here in AUM Web Radio. It's the second episode and today we will focus on the youth of Europe. We are Anouk, Gaelle and Apolline from France.
Hello everyone.
Hello! This project is co-financed by the European Union, the Embassy of France in Romania and the French Institute in Romania and is focusing on actions against all forms of discrimination and promoting tolerance and gender equality to stimulate civic implication of youth. Also, fun fact, 2022 is the European Year of Youth.
So, we will talk today about civism, Europe and culture, starting with civism. So what we noticed when we arrived here, so the three of us, because we are French, as we said, is that here a lot of high schoolers are already local volunteers and involved in associations and stuff, which is not the case actually in France, not at all. So it was something surprising for us because in high school in France we don't have a lot of time after high school because sometimes we finish at 4 or 5 or even 6 in the evening, so you guess that and we have homework, so
oh yes.
bringing memories for Gaelle, I think.
Oh la la, yes.
So that was a main difference that we noticed. But actually in France it's a cliche but it's also true, we have a lot of demonstrations in the street. People are always walking on the street talking about their rights and asking more rights, for example, or protesting against a law or something, or for the rights of women, for example. And it's something that I didn't see here. Did you?
No. I just noticed that here the people in the high school are doing volunteering, even if they are only 15 years old. And I was a little bit shocked. Not really shocked, but I was surprised. Thank you, Anouk, surprised, yeah. Because really we don't see it in France. So maybe it exists, but then we don't know these people. And relating to the demonstration, I think that, all of us here can say that we already made a lot of demonstration for our rights.
Even in high school, Yeah,
in the high school, in the university, it's really something crazy. I mean, I have the impression that every time new demonstration appear in France, the demonstration has much more importance and influence when it's when there are a lot of youth people inside.
Yeah, maybe it's true. But we talked about it and we said that for the yellow jackets, it was not really the case because nothing happened after.
Yeah.
But real time because of the pandemic and blah blah blah. So maybe it was different. Yeah,
but remember when they want to change the laws for the high school, then there were a lot of people demonstrating in the street, and it was only youth people. And I remember that the classroom were empty of people because everyone was on the street. So
maybe it was just for skipping class, but we don't know. And also in France I guess that there are a lot of people involved in associations, but maybe later if they are in high school it's kind of interested because they will want to have something more on their CVs or something like this. And I don't know if here it's the case, but I don't have the impression. I don't know.
Yeah. As you said, the people, young people, join the military reserve or as young firemen when they are around 16. But generally, they do so because they aim to improve their CV and just to go to more prestigious school. Yeah,
and we can find more young people involved in the society from university, like in the political parties, in different or various associations engaged in women's rights, LGBT rights, concerning people with an immigrant background. And a lot. We have also in France youth committees. It's something created in 2012, which allows young people between 18 until 35 years old to get involved in the cooperative movement by participating in the board administration.
Yeah.
And we have also civic services.
A voluntary year.
Yeah, you can
A national one. Yeah.
you can find a lot of different projects about the culture, sport, environment.
Yeah.
What else? Health,
Education.
international development, and humanitarian action. But it's most of them. It's the unemployed people and the students who do this because they have time to be implicated.
And also we were thinking maybe people that are a bit lost in orientation, and I did it, so I can say it, but lost in orientation or don't know what they will do after. And we noticed with Anouk that only 4% of employees are doing this, the voluntary year, so the national voluntary year. So it's really little in comparison to students, which is 30%. So yeah. Also, we wanted to say that in France we have classes about civism. So
yeah. From the middle school to the high school, we have 1 hour maybe per week.
Mm-hmm.
And we learn some stuff like I don't know how to vote, how is it working in
the National Assembly.
Other things like this, that it's very important to go to vote, to make demonstration if you want that the people listen what you want to say. So
for me it was not so useful, but I think it depends on the teachers. But I would like that we learn more about politics in school, but it's such a sensitive subject that I think it's not possible. Also, we don't have religion classes at all in France because it's a country.
So they need to stay neutral.
Yeah, they need to stay neutral, So no religion, no politics, and because the state and the church
are separate.
Yeah, since what's the date?
1906.
Yes, that's it.
Okay, just to come back about what you said, Anouk, it's true that, and no, I have the impression that it's a little bit the stereotype that the young people in France, they are involved in some association about the right of the small community and the minority to help them, but there is also the maraude, I don't know if you I don't know how to translate, but it's like the young people go in the association and they go in the street during the winter to give foods and some clothes to the people
homeless
living
people,
Thank you for the word.
For example, with the Red Cross or other associations. And now we can jump to Europe, maybe. Also, our first impression, I mean, at least for me, was not so different from France, because I guess it's the same. It's not the same, but it's similar to France. Also, the landscapes, the values, the culture. I mean, it's slightly different, but it's the same continent. That also is part of the European Union. So I was not so surprised when I came here, and I thought I would be more, actually.
Actually, we can feel home, even if we are so far away.
Beautiful. But there are a lot of European values, for example.
United in the diversity.
Also liberty, or all the European
education for everybody.
All the European countries have to be democratic countries. Right to abortion, even if sometimes it's a bit
it's a big topic.
Frightened.
Actually,
it's a bit topic in these days. And it happened after the two wars, and since then I think a lot of values are important for all the countries, and also that's why we feel so we feel at home here, I think.
Yeah.
No, yeah, and me, I think we have the chance to be born in an European country. I just want to say I don't feel really involved in the promoting European values, because for me I feel it's more important to be involved in the recognition of human rights, whatever the ethnic origin. But I know after 2 wars world, it was an obligation to be associated, and in order to have a common standard and of living, and to help each other with economic problems. So
we can thank Mr. Robert Schuman.
Talking about that, we are sent by a French association called
le Centre Européen Robert Schuman,
which is based in
Chazelle,
so near Metz, and we are doing a volunteering program called
European Solidarity Corp.
Talking about Europe, we can say that there is an European capital of the culture each year, which is elected by a committee. And the first year, it was
Marseille.
So
in
city
2013.
So Anouk is really proud because it's her city.
Yeah.
And actually, when they are elected, they have a cultural program to follow. And also we can say that in France, a lot of stuff are free for the students. For example, the museum, or they have some reductions at the cinema.
Yeah, and theater and things like this.
Yeah.
I mean, normally the museum of the state, they are free until you are 25 years old, and if it's private museum, then it's free until 18 years old, and then you have reduction if you are a student. Yeah, it's like this. And then everywhere you have reduction for it. And depending your region where you live in France, you have some program from the region, and they give you a card. And I know that, for example, in our region, I think it was around 800 euros, I think something like this, related to the culture.
Yeah, so we can say that in France, the culture is very important also because we have a Ministry of the Culture.
Yeah.
And
and it exists also an exchange of piece of art from different country, like in Germany.
They have
the French.
They make a lot of exchange of exhibition of arts in the museum, because they have the French ministry have 2 programs, one and they receive a lot of money from the European Commission, because culture became a community competence for the EU in 1992, and since a few years they make a lot of exchange of exhibition, everything. And I think that there are also some partners, and they make also exchange between artists in different groups.
Yeah, and we begin to learn about the culture really early, like in the kindergarten. We can go with the kids in different exhibitions, in the cinema, or something like this.
Yeah.
Okay, girls, what do you think the French government could do better to help to support youth?
Me, I have an idea. For example, the youth people who are not students and they are not working a lot, don't win money, and it's a real difficulty for this kind of people of young, because they have any support, and so I think we have something called RSA in French, but you need to have 3 years of work or to have more than 25 years old.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
we can find some people in between these two ages or two characteristics who have a lot of problems to survive.
Yeah, I think in France, specific categories are a lot helped, but there are these in-between categories, that are actually without any support.
You are totally right, exactly, because I mean, like in every country, I think when you are youth and you want to find the first job or another job, every time it's like, oh no, you don't have any experiences, I don't want to take you. But then what? You are not studying, you cannot find a job because people refuse to take you because you don't have any experiences. And the rest, oh no, you are a student. Okay, I'm a student, but then what? I don't have money from my parents, I don't have money from the state. How should I live?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I think in every country they ask experience, but if it's your first job, you don't have experience, so it's a dilemma.
Yeah, and I think also that the French state must to take something, to take some decision about our future, maybe more in the environment. I don't know what they came up with the youth, but just something for the youth, for their future related to this.
Yeah, I would like that every young person has to do a volunteering project for the environment. So it will be amazing, but I think actually everywhere in the world, like 2 weeks for the environment, and you go to the beach and you pick up all the trash that people left there or that the river brought there. Yeah. And I think also it will help people realizing that it's our planet and that we need to protect it.
And 2 weeks, maybe it's not enough.
Yeah, maybe it's not enough, but imagine if every youth on the planet will do it. I think it will be already something. Yeah.
Try to imagine first in France, because a lot don't care about this. So
yeah, it's true.
Yeah, but I need to say in France, the state do a lot of prevention.
For the environment,
for the environment, and very for the young people.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
it's true. For a lot of topics, I think there is a good prevention. Maybe it's not enough, but it's already something. Yeah.
So now just a little word in French, of course. Donc ce projet est cofinancé par l'Union Européenne, l'Ambassade de France en Roumanie et l'Institut Français de Roumanie.
Il se concentre sur les actions de lutte contre toutes les formes de discrimination et de promotion de la tolérance et de l'égalité des sexes, afin de stimuler l'implication civique des jeunes.
Par ailleurs, en 2022 est l'année européenne de la jeunesse. On vous remercie, c'était Gaelle de Metz, Apolline de Besançon et Anouk de Marseille.
So thank you for listening and follow us on social media.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.